Hey YouTube, Diesel Dan Peters here. I've been cleaning up for hours, and I know it doesn't even look like it probably, but man, this place was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rearrange some stuff in here, so I'm probably gonna rearrange the tractor to be sideways so it's right up against the door, and have both tractors facing it. Not tractors, I'm sorry, both quads facing in. I'm putting the generator projects aside for now. I want to get done the bigger stuff that I know I'm going to sell, and I know I'm going to sell this. I honestly just might sell everything once I'm done because there's not enough room in here. I'm definitely going to keep the tractors though. I like the tractors, and I will end up getting probably another quad, but I kind of want like either a quad or a UTV, something a little different. But yeah, I figured I'm gonna get the GoPro set up. I'm gonna get a new battery in the GoPro, and we're gonna go from there. And actually, right before I do that, I'm gonna talk a little about my new setup in the next video. Hey YouTube, Diesel Dan Peters here again. So this is a weekend wrap up. My weekend was kind of cut short this week. I'll show you guys what I got done, which may not seem like much, but I already ordered the new steering column holder because it's slightly different. For anyone who's doing these swaps like I am, the 335 is slightly smaller. This is the bushing that was in the 335. It had studs holding it in place, and they do not fit here. So I ordered new bushings for the entire steering rack, including up here. I just have everything kind of roughly fitted. I'm gotta be careful not to move this too much because I have the bolts in specific places already. But this is how far I got. I got the front diff out. A little bit of a nightmare doing everything because I didn't realize how far I'd have to take everything apart. But we're getting there. I know it seems like a little bit of a mess right now, but next week I'm going to drain the gas out because I'm probably going to use it. That way it doesn't go bad. And actually I can't. Next week I'm not going to be in Maryland for a little bit. So probably be that following weekend. So I don't know when you guys are going to see these videos. I believe it's February 27th or 28th now. So that's with the quads, and the Yanmar is the new one, the new project. Once I get done with this, and I've decided I'm not going to repaint it yet. I'm just going to get it running, get the deck going, because I'm going to use this for a little bit. Because this engine is going to come out. I am going to keep both of them. I've already decided that. I like these mowers a little too much. I have a problem. I do want to get a new hood though for this. I think that would make this look way better. And I'm going to cut it out a little more proportional compared to how it was. And I'm going to make this fit a little better. I'm also, what else am I going to do to this? I have to swap out the shaft. And once I get the shaft, it's coming from China, so it's going to be a minute, then I can do more to this. This project shouldn't take very long. I don't know what I'm going to do with this quad yet. I got to finish it up, make it look nice. You can tell it definitely sat outside, and that Duplicolor paint, man, it did not hold up at all. At all. I mean, it still looks decent, but man, it did not hold up. And so that's with this quad. And the pit bike, I got the cover for it. It's actually right over here, but I'm waiting on the gasket to put on. And then that's at least somewhat finished. It still needs brakes, but because it's a semi-automatic, it kind of just brakes on its own when you let off the gas. So I wouldn't go super fast on it right now, regardless, until I got the brakes sorted. But that should be good. And the quad and the moped and the other moped, well, this moped should be good. That moped, I'm waiting for all the other projects to be finished, including the quad, before I even start working on that again. Because that, well, I don't know. We'll see what I get done first. This quad is priority right now, and the generators after that. I ordered new parts for that generator over there. I want to see if the injection pump was causing problems, because I know in the past it has. It wasn't until I converted that 186F that's on the John Deere to non-electronic. The one that I put on there, the injection pump doesn't have the solenoid on it like it originally had, and when it had the solenoid it wouldn't start. But the second I swapped it over to the manual where there's no solenoid, it worked fine. I don't know why, but it worked fine, so I'm going to give that a shot. But I also bought a new one, a new solenoid, with a new, so basically I bought 2 new injection pumps because I figured regardless I'm going to end up using them with the amount of engines and stuff that I have over here, which I do have to work on. This will be last. Once I get everything going, I'm going to finish up the Yanmars that I have in the 186F. I might also just use that block over there and just do a complete rebuild from top up. And that will be the engine that I would end up throwing on the John Deere. But we'll see, because that engine on the John Deere runs fine. Regardless, I'm going to have to take it apart. I think I'm just going to end up taking that one apart. I'm not going to really have a choice. But we're getting somewhere. Just having the quads like this, you know, this area cleaned out for me to work on stuff, that's a big plus compared to how it's been. I'm probably going to be able to come out tonight, so I'll probably just add on to the weekend update, if I can, at least. If not, we'll see what happens. I have no idea. My schedule's all over the place right now. But that's the update on the quad. And then I can start fitting the 500 into this, which will be great. And from the pictures, it looks like I'll be keeping the oil cooler and the oil reservoir, as I can't even talk right now, going a million miles an hour. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, this is, I know the oil that itself will be kept. I think the main difference is I'm going to be adding a radiator to this. Yeah, that looks like the main difference. Yep. But let's start with the steering. Let's put everything we can on, and then we'll worry about the radiator and everything else that comes on. I also want to get the rear end all put on here too, because at least if I have a roller with the transmission and motor somewhat in place, I have a little more of something to work with than just a frame. And yeah, and then I can get this frame out of here. This frame is definitely shot. I was bending this, and this is all Bondo. Man, this entire frame, it looks nice from what you see, but I would never sell something like this to someone. They even had the weld supports back here, which I cut up. I wanted to see how bad it was, and man, they just destroyed this poor quad. But it's going to look really nice once I'm done. I'm going to rhino line the bumpers. I'm pretty sure I'm going to rhino line the plastics too. I might do a red, since I have red, and I think that will look really nice on this, but I don't know if red and green will match, but we'll see. This will definitely be a one-of-a-kind kind of quad if I do that. Otherwise, I might just wrap it. Might get a wrap for the plastics, and then that'll be it. Throw the plastics back on, and then we're good. I'll probably do a camo wrap or something. I'll do some kind of wrap that looks really nice. I've never wrapped quad plastics before, so that'll be interesting too, and it should look really nice. and it'd probably be less prep. But tell me, you guys, what you think of how it's coming along. I know that these videos are definitely all over the place, but once I get the steering rack in, I can put the front diff in and start taking more stuff off next week. Like I said, I'm going to drain the fuel tank, get the carb off, start removing more of the middle section and the rear, and hopefully within like two weeks we can have this thing stripped down and this all nice and new. And this frame is perfect, you know, besides the very little surface rust, nothing is hidden on this, unlike the other one. And we'll be set. Yep, so stay tuned. There's definitely a lot more coming up. As you see, I even cleaned off my bench a little bit. It's nothing special. I just put some cardboard, nice new cardboard on too, just to keep it nice and fresh. And I know that the rims are going to have to get painted, so the tires are probably going to come off. Or not. I might just leave the tires on and kind of repaint them. I just don't like this green. I don't know what the previous owner was thinking, painting them green. It just looks so bad. So these are going to have to get power washed. See how much of that I can get off. I might end up just removing the tires just so I can do that. It'll just be way easier. I should be able to do it on my own. But that'll be in the future. You know, I'll do one at a time or something once I start doing some of the painting. But I know this video's probably been like 10 or 11 minutes. Yes, 10 minutes, 23 seconds. So let me end off with this. The quad is going to get done. Unlike the generators are kind of on hold right now since I'm waiting for parts. And we're going to go from there. We're just going to keep moving forward, including the new mini tractor. Everything else that we got going on. We got lots of projects going on. So I hope you guys are staying tuned to all this. I'm starting to get a little more pumped now that I have parts coming in. I'm at that point where I just gotta push through it, and that's it. And then we'll be good. So that's it. That's it, YouTube, for this week. Diesel Dan Peters, signing out.